Cap.
Hey there, viewer! Wanna see something wild? Wanna see something naughty? Something that will send tingles down your spine? Something that will make you question your sexuality? Yeah, the girl with a guy's voice is here to show you these neat ball captures!
Bird up.
Here on today's Hyper Talks, a rambling video series where I talk about design, writing, oddities, reviews, basically anything relating to my passions and or profession that I want to simp for, like the second coming of Christ! Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, come! I'm sorry that this is the energy you have to deal with today. Hosted by G5 the Hyperforce, the one that flies super high with style and panache. We're reviewing BOT42, Colamaru Energy DX, and BOT43, the Royal Gryphon DX set. In this video, two real wild bottlemen with some wild gimmicks. I like them. Before this video starts, remember to like, comment and subscribe so this video can get onto more people. Hit that bell and set it to all notifications so you won't miss a video when I next upload. It will mean a lot. Thank you. Should probably take my inhaler so I can actually fucking breathe during this. That's the sound of me preventing my airways from collapsing on themselves. Cause I'm just fucking built different. Not in a good way. If you're a regular of the channel, which you should be, like and subscribe, you would know that I've been buzzing my little tits off about BOT42 Colamaru Energy DX. But why is that? I have explained it before in my Bottleman news coverage videos, I think. But in case you're new here, sit down and relax, as Sensei Jodie must explain her deep, dark backstory. Are you ready? I am a fan of protagonists beat 'em on. They always have some sort of gimmick involving enhancing the power of their shots, whether through a drive strip or some sort of spring-loaded arms, or just any sort of method that makes shots stronger. But usually it's rubber parts and spring-loaded arms. I love these. Battle and Combat Phoenix, Cobalt Saber Fire, Cannon Drive Garaburn, I simp hard. As soon as I saw the original Colamaru back in late 2020, I knew they had to make some sort of upgrade that has spring-loaded arms. And then DX came around. Okay, maybe Colamaru DX will get spring-loaded arms. And sure enough, there he is!
There he is!
I've been waiting 2 years for this figure, and I have comments. This power type stats are 6 power, 2 speed, 2 control, 4 stability and 1 capacity. These stats are pretty similar to Colamaru DX, however it got a boost in power and stability. Having a stable blaster can lead to stronger shots after all. Also, this is the second Bottleman to overstat, with its 6 out of 5 power. The only other figure to do that is CC Leon DX, but it's 10 out of 5 in capacity. So, is it a 6 out of 5 in power? Yes! Gimmicks time! Drive strip, the suspension cannon arms, and the cross wing. The drive strip I've described before, but as a quick reminder, the rubber creates more friction and adds a stylish spin to shots, allowing the shots to be stronger. So what about these suspension cannon arms? Well, look at the springs! They are strong, like the strongest springs I've ever seen on a beat-em-on or Bottleman. Combat Phoenix's cannon arms springs are softer than these heavy-duty fuck-off springs. Like, damn bro, what gym do you work out at? The library. These things are genuinely stupidly strong. No wonder the shots from this guy are mega powerful. It kinda hurts to shoot him, to be honest. So, the way that this works is that the springs push into these arm parts that push into the hold parts, making a super tight passage for the caps to be shot through. Because, you know, tight is better and all that. It really gives your thumbs a workout. Sadly though, these only work on power cores. Speed and control cores lack the spikes that the cannon arms push into. I was kinda hoping that they would interact with other cores, given that Colamaru DX canonically has a speed and control form in the anime. Like, the arm parts here could make any core stronger, but I guess not, since the system that's based on customization is limited as fuck! But what about the cross wing? It's a big wing grip so you can grip this man hard. The trigger at the back is much wider, which does help to properly grip this Bottleman. But it's not just a big grip, it has a few tricks up its sleeves. These little wingtips at the bottom help support the back of the figure and gives it more surface area on the ground. It can kinda help with magazines too. I say kinda because it's not the best magazine support. It can support them, but there are better parts for that. It is just for more stable shooting. The tips can be adjusted so it can fit any height of foot parts. Small, normal, or tall. And there are arm ports on the side of the top wings, so you can attach Colamaru DX's wings to make an even bigger grip. It can support all your fingers now, which is pretty nice. But it does make the figure a bit ridiculous. Yet again, this figure is ridiculous. And yes, you can attach other arm parts to the wings, but like, it was designed for Colamaru DX's wings. So yeah, that's the cross wing. It helps with your grip on the Bottleman and some back support. But why is it called the cross wing?
はい、後ろ向けてみましょう。X!
Yeah, because the back of it makes an X. A cross, if you will. Takara's words, not mine. Also, I remembered that the rubber pieces that hold the arms into the wings on the original Colamaru DX can be placed on the bottom of Energy DX's feet, so you can have rubber grips on the floor for more stable shots. I completely forgot about this feature, to be honest. Oops! Shows how forgettable it is amongst the giant wings and springs. So yeah, Colamaru Energy is like one of those characters that put all of their points into attack. Very offensive. Pretty much every single gimmick on this Bottleman is designed to make this the strongest Bottleman out there. And well, look at it! That was a pretty strong shot. It's a one-trick pony, but it's a very cool one-trick pony. I love spring suspension beat 'em on, and now we have a spring suspension Bottleman. So, here, I was gonna actually say that using Tansatan's core would make Colamaru Energy DX stronger, because I've heard that the rubber drive strip can actually weaken shots, but watch this footage and tell me that the rubber drive strip doesn't add power. So yeah, just in case anybody says, but a basic power core is stronger than a rubber one. Yeah, no, you're wrong. So this is the point where I stop sucking off this bird and admit that I'm not the biggest fan of this colour scheme. The silver on the original Colamaru DX was great. I loved it, but the gold here is kinda tacky, for lack of a better word. Gold and red kind of blend together to me. I do get why it's gold. It's like an upgrade from the silver on the original figure. But still. And the yellow arms just, they look cheap. They don't feel cheap, but they look cheap. If you get what I mean? It's like default yellow. It looks basic. The doctor thinks you're basic.
The doctor thinks you're basic.
Maybe you're basic! It just looks... Oh, granted, the yellow does look much better in real life than it does in the promo images. I can't believe how fucking bad the promo images are for this guy. Who fucked with the colours? Who approved this? I don't hate this colour scheme, but there are many alternate colours that would have worked much better. Like these prototype designs that TAKARATOMY showed off on their Twitter. This one in particular. It has mostly blue instead of gold. Yes, there's still a gold trim around the head, but that kind of works. A little. Maybe just because it's not reflective, because it's a drawing, still, I don't know. It has mostly blue instead of gold, which looks sick. I may have a blue bias, but it reminds me of Coke 2, the rebrand of New Coke. And honestly, a Colamaru 2 DX would have been a neat idea. It's a new Colamaru DX. You know, if Nintendo can get away with new Super Mario Bros., why can't Takara get away with new Colamaru DX? And, well, this guy is based on Coca-Cola Energy. Yeah, the energy drink, which it looks nothing alike. However, they was gonna do that. looking at some of these prototype mock-ups, it has Coca-Cola energy colours. Some of these are a hybrid between Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola energy colours. Heck, this design just has Coca-Cola energy colours. Just like Colamaru Energy. The original Colamaru Energy does this right, but not Energy DX. I get that they wanted to keep the colour scheme matching to Colamaru DX to show that it is a proper upgrade. But come on! Don't name it Colamaru Energy when Colamaru Energy already is a Bottleman with a distinct colour scheme and not give Energy DX those colours. This fan art by @DesignsWang, what a name, of a Coca-Cola energy coloured Colamaru DX is so much better. For my ideal Colamaru Energy DX, maybe not exactly this, but my god, Takara dropped the ball so hard. They dropped it so hard that they had to change the bottle caps. It's a beat 'em on joke for me. Just theme it after New Coke, make it a bit more blue, and it makes way more sense. It's not like blue isn't in the colour schemes. Look at the eyes, the visor is blue. I know that I'm being really autistic about this, but this is my channel. I will be as autistic as I want. And yes, I am autistic before you social justice warriors go in the comments like, you shouldn't be saying that, that's disrespectful. I am that! Even if it is just a minor annoyance. Still, Colamaru Energy is right there. You already have a colour scheme for energy. Use it! But whatever. Remember earlier in the video where it said, this has been recorded at this certain date? I can't recall it right now. It is now January the 17th of 2023, and we have a new release. Bottle Phoenix Energy DX. You know that I was just ranting about the colour scheme and how it's off, and I'm not particularly the biggest fan of it, and blah blah blah. Well, Bottle Phoenix Energy DX. This guy's colour scheme is way better than Colamaru Energy DX's. It's based on Battle Phoenix from the Super Beat'em line, the evolution to Fighting Phoenix, which is what Bottle Phoenix is based on. So, yeah, this guy's got a better colour scheme. Bottle Phoenix Energy DX is just the better Colamaru Energy DX. So yeah, I thought I'd mention it since it is current day and we know about Bottle Phoenix Energy DX. I did not know about this figure back when I recorded this last year. I just thought I'd comment. Yeah. All of this ranting and I haven't even talked about the actual design. Oops! I don't know where I've heard that from, but just the oops! I like doing that. I do love the design though. The head is a bit over-designed, but that's kind of all of this figure really. It really is just take Colamaru and make it more. It's big and chunky and powerful. What I like in my men. Actually, that's a lie. I do like the designs of the cross wings themselves. The foot part is a bit more, kind of like the head. The trigger's pretty fancy. I do have a bit of a gripe with the arm parts and the spring suspension pieces being the same colour. They kind of blend together, so it kind of looks like the springs are the arms, when the arms are actually just there behind the wings. Could have changed it to a different colour, but it's not like TAKARATOMY is a massive company that could spend the extra money or anything. A bit of a rant here, but why are all of the Colamaru crests different in how they attach to the head? Colamaru isn't the same as Ayawashi, and they aren't the same as Energy DX. Like, why? I can kinda get Energy because of how the Star Beast form connects together, but Colamaru and Ayawashi? Really? That's like more work to do! That required extra moulding time, extra designing time, and extra, like, moulds for the plastic to go into. Like, why? That took more effort to do. I really don't get this company sometimes. Speaking of the Star Beast form, yeah, it's a bigger Phoenix. Kind of a pain in the ass to assemble with the tiny pegs and ports, and it just falling apart if you don't get it aligned properly. But hey, it's pretty cool. Also, my trigger fucking squeaks when I attach it to the bottle core. Like... Oh, you hear that squeak? That's either really tight or unhealthy. Hooba dooba. Why are you so tight? I know I said I like it tight, but fucking hell, come on. To be fair, the more you use a Bottleman, the less tight it will be. So if the tightness is an issue, just keep fiddling with it and it will loosen up. My Bottle Phoenix used to be very hard to disassemble, but now you can take the arms and head off easily. Not like super easily, but you don't break your fucking hands when you try to disassemble it now. The cap that holds the trigger and screws it onto the back just fucking pops off sometimes. Wow, nice voice crack. It just pops off. I don't know if that's a quality assurance issue or if that's just all Colamaru energies. Hopefully not. Hopefully I'm just the one that got the scuffed one. Although with something that I'm going to address a little bit later, that's kind of I don't think it is just me. Also, I should address that Takara may have screwed up. A lot of Colamaru Energy DXs don't come with the hold parts shown in the promo images, and even the box. You get normal power hold parts, while the promo images show a more fancy designed hold parts. It's kinda weird. I don't think this affects anything but aesthetics, but if that is something that does bother you, then yeah, you're not gonna get exactly what the box suggests. Takara might do a re-release that has the proper hold parts later, but I don't know. I think they did a reissue of Samet's because it trigger jammed. Still, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Bottle Phoenix Energy DX has regular hold parts instead of the fancier designed ones, so I think Takara just dropped the idea entirely, so we might not be getting a re-release. In fact, I went back to check the Bottle Road promotional video, and the Colamaru Energy DX model that they use in that video has regular hold parts. It must have been something that they had during the design phase and dropped it, but did not update the promo images. In fact, because the promo images look so shit, they might also be placeholder promo images that they just used as the official promo images. Why am I ranting about fucking plastic? 9 out of 10 for what it wants to do, that being a stupidly strong Bottleman. It passes it with flying colours. My only gripe with it is the colour scheme. Maybe a bit of the design, but only really the head. Head's just a little bit like over-designed. That, and I don't like the teeth things. They make the sticker really hard to put on, and I fucked up the sticker. Yeah, colour scheme. I was expecting Colamaru Energy DX to be coloured like Colamaru Energy, my third favourite original Bottleman. I wonder why I would assume that. Pretty odd, isn't it? And like always, the fact that there's no magazine support for power types is awful. But that's an issue I have with DX as a whole. This is a fun figure, and it met most of my expectations to what a spring-loaded Colamaru upgrade would be like. Most. If you're someone like me who loves Cannon Art and Beat 'em on, Colamaru Energy DX is a must-have. Plus, if you have Colamaru DX already, you can make your Energy DX even better with the wings and the rubber stoppers. Or Bottle Phoenix, or Ayawashi. They work just as well. Any of the Colamaru DX figures, actually. Which is like the blue one from the entry set, Bottle Phoenix, Ayawashi DX, Colamaru Zero DX, all of them. Actually, I think Energy DX's wings can attach onto Energy DX's wings. So you could make even bigger wings. Yeah, I love him. Could be better, but still, it does what it wants, and really well. And yes, it lost 1 point because of the colours. Yes, I am that petty. What do you think of Colamaru Energy DX? Let me know in the comments below. Let's go from sucking off one bird to another bird.
Bird up.
Is a griffin a bird? Or a mammal? Or both? Both, surely, right? But fuck it, we're going with a bird theme in this video, because Colamaru Energy is also a bird. This is the Royal Gryphon DX set. It comes with Gryphon DX, Milkaiser DX, a long magazine in black, and a long barrel in gold. Given that this is two Bottlemen that combine into one, how I'm going to review this guy is going to be a bit different. So how I'm going to format this is how I usually do it: an overview with the stats, the gimmicks, the looks, and the final rating plus conclusion. But this time, I'll do Gryphon DX and Milkaiser DX together, then talk about Royal Gryphon DX after. then move on to the next section. There is no point to me reviewing all 3 of these separately. It'd make the video 3 times longer, and then you add Colamaru Energy DX on top of that, so it's like 4 times. And no, I am not going to milk for content. If I were going to milk for content, every Bottleman would have its own video. Did I voice crack there? Bottleman. Think I did. Might as well do them all in one section and then move on to the next. So, for the stats, our Gryphon DX is a control type that has 2 in power, 2 in speed, 3 in control, 3 in stability, and 1 in capacity. Milkaiser DX is a speed type with 2 in power, 4 in speed, 1 in control, 3 in stability, and 1 in capacity. These are some of the worst stats in the line. They are mostly 2s and 1s. They are mostly around 2s, a few 1s. Just look at the stats. Milkaiser has the only stat over 3. It's kind of weird how weak these guys are overall. I really think you're meant to use them together. You're meant to dual wield them. Hence why individually they're kind of weak, but together they're strong. They don't perform that bad by themselves though, but they are kinda awkward to use solo, and really awkward to dual wield. If you dual wield them, you'll have to drop both of them, reload, pick them back up, then fire, just to do it all again. A long, tedious process where both hands have to come off the blasters. You could maybe do one at a time, but then what's the point? Solo wielding is the better option since you have a free hand to load them with, but then again, they're kinda just basic by themselves. As for the multi-type combo that is Royal Gryphon DX, he has 3 in power, 3 in speed, 3 in control, 5 in stability, and 3 in capacity. What the fuck happened? Oh my god, there's ads! Don't put ads on your fucking extended music video, you fucking... That really got under my skin, holy shit. For such a wild gimmick, Royal Gryphon is the most balanced DX Bottleman in the line so far. 3 in every stat but stability, and that is a 5. Its worst stat, all of the 3s, are in the middle. It's pretty much a jack of all trades. It's a very solid Bottleman, but with one pretty big downside. The gimmicks are, well, our Gryphon DX and Milkaiser DX don't really have gimmicks. They have hand grips at least. These arm grips are pretty scuffed though. It's almost like they're parts of a different Bottleman slapped onto the side. Who would have thought that? They are really chunky and the trigger pads are so small. I don't know, they feel weird to hold and fire. They don't feel stable despite the 3 instability that they both have. They just feel odd to hold. I really don't know how to describe it. It's not the worst thing in the world. They're okay, I guess. They're not the worst, but there are way better options for hand grips. Like any of the Colamarus, Arrow Cider, Doc Pepeon from what I heard. Yeah, I don't actually own that figure, but from what I've heard, it's got a pretty good hand grip. So I guess that does technically make them the worst? I don't know. These guys confuse me. They do have these stabilizers that touch the floor, but that tiny piece isn't gonna support much. You really need something that covers a lot of surface area to be a stabilizer, and they can easily slide off with a bit of pressure. So you know, bad. Their foot parts are better stabilizers really. But their main gimmick, I guess you could say, is the combination into Royal Gryphon DX. In this form, his gimmick becomes triple shooting. With one press of this massive trigger, 3 caps get launched out of this triple blaster. One of the cores is vertical too, so there's some fun orientation play with this guy. You'll have 2 horizontal and 1 vertical shots. This is the best way they could have done this gimmick. If it was 3 horizontal cores, it would have been okay. It would have still been a really cool Bottleman, but having that vertical core access turns this Bottleman from great to perfect. Yes, I said perfect! It's not as strong as, say, Wonder Grape from the original Bottleman line, but the novelty of having both horizontal and vertical cores all at once is really great. I love it. Royal Gryphon does have its own grip pieces, but as you've seen from my footage, I don't use them because they don't feel nice to hold. And yes, You are meant to grip these. Every piece of promo material about Royal Gryphon shows the hands wrapping around them. From the details page to the advert to the showcase video, and I like to disagree. Holding it from the sides is not only a much better grip, but it also doesn't mess with the caps on the side of the grips or potentially stress our Greno's head connector piece. Yeah, when I use the hand grips, I feel our Greno's head push backwards, along with the head connector. I'm worried that it might stress the head connector piece. El Milkaiser is fine since his core is solid plastic, but our Greno is transparent plastic, just like me. It's more bendy and flexible, and brittle. Transparent plastic is a lot more worrisome. Plus, my Argreno head doesn't really like to stay onto the connector, so I might just pull the head off anyways. And my hands might make the logo caps fall off, which is kind of annoying. I just want this thing to stay in one piece. That's something else it's not really good at. Staying in one piece. It's kind of floppy. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just kind of floppy. Not everything sits on the floor properly. It wobbles. Sometimes when you're firing the figure, the connector pieces that sort of hold the whole figure together just come out, and then you could just like pull off one of the sides. It's a bit weird. Again, quality assurance in Bottleman has never been the best. Sorry, I just went off script there. Back to the caps. I really don't like how these caps attach. There are holes in the caps. Use them! They just stick on through friction, and they don't even align properly because of the grip bump things on the inside. Those things. Would it have killed them to make tabs that could fit into one of those holes that the caps already have? Like, okay. Also, I can fire this guy much better with the side gripping method, because my thumbs can just cover the whole wide trigger pad, instead of my thumbs being at an awkward angle. It may not be that drastic of a difference, but it feels better for me. And isn't that all that matters? If it feels better, then it's better. Basically, don't do what Takara tells you. It's factually inferior. According to me, anyways. You trust me, right? Right? You could trust this girl with a guy's voice. Right? Something that I don't tend to mention in these reviews is the figure's customization potential. Weird that, because this entire line is based on customization, but I tend to just like to review these guys standalone, because if you could only get one, that's all you can really have. That and the customization in this line is fucked, for lack of a better word. Lacking, there we go, I didn't need to swear. But with Royal Gryphon DX, it really is weird. You can make some weird customs out of it, like a side-mounted vertical core, or heck, just using the Royal Gryphon centerpiece by itself is kind of funny. But these two figures are pretty much focused on themselves. That center core only works with the arm parts they attach to. You could make some weird hybrids like this Bottle Phoenix Tan Satan Gryphon, but yeah, pretty weird figure when it comes to its customization. But it has more customization potential than Raid Brave DX, so it's got that at least. Be lucky, Raid Brave, that I don't own you, so I can't even fucking review you. I would give you scathing marks. If you want me to go out and buy a Raid Brave and review it on the channel, please tell me in the comments below so I can waste my money and cry. I do have another idea I'd like to share before I go talking about the design and colours of the figures. An alternate way of using Royal Gryphon DX, which does fix one of the biggest downsides to this blaster. By taking off the back trigger pad, you may lose the triple firing, but you gain access to basically 3 Bottlemen at once. Triple wielding with no downsides. Kind of. You just gotta be smart about it. With triple fire, yes, you shoot 3 shots at once, but you have to reload 3 times more if you want to keep triple fire. Plus, if you attach the accessories after 1 shot, only Milkaiser's core can shoot any more shots. Unless you replace Argarino's core with a different speed core and a long magazine, but I'm focusing on Royal Gryphon only here. With the back trigger removed, you basically have a modular Bottleman. For example, I could shoot off a power shot from Royal Gryphon as I start, then I could shoot off the 5 shots Milkaiser has access to. While firing Milkaiser, I can reload Argarino and Royal Gryphon during the time I'm firing Milkaiser. And when I'm reloading Milkaiser, I can do a power shot and an accuracy shot from Gryphon and Greno. If you're smart about your cap usage, you can basically have a never-ending cap barrage, where each cap is a mix-up of pros and cons. You have access to speed shots, vertical power shots, and control shots. Pretty cool idea, huh? There are probably some flaws and issues with this that might make it not be legal, but if we are talking about what is legal, most of this set isn't tournament legal at all. I'm pretty sure dual wielding and triple shots would be banned, because it's such an advantage. Yes, there's a big downside with reload times, but I don't know, triple shots. You could just nuke a battlefield with that, like, really quickly. Okay, aesthetics time. All three are kind of a mess, but this Bottleman is way more function over form. You know, form over function? It's the other way around. It's function over form. But hey, this is an odd combo of Earl Grey and milk tea, I think. Also, fun fact, all of them are named like kings. Argreno, like O-U. The O with the funny line on above it. It's how you say king in Japanese. Kaiser is emperor in German. And Royal Gryphon, do I need to explain what royal means? You're English. You should know. So yeah, all three of them, named after kings. This is a kingly Bottleman. Given the like red and white colour scheme of the T's, the colours are going to be jumbled up in the Royal Gryphon mode. Kaiser is a lot more of a greeny white than I expected, but oh well. It's like with Colamaru Energy, where the arms are way more like bad yellow in the promo art, but in real life, they're an alright yellow. With Kaiser in the promo art, it's a lot more white. In real life, it's got a weird green hue to it, but I like it. Definitely makes it stand out. The core is pure white, but the body parts are greeny white. Where was I? I kind of find it funny that Greno and Kaiser are an eagle and a lion, when we already have an eagle Bottleman and a lion Bottleman. I know it's to make up the components of what a griffin is, but still. Just a funny detail. We have 2 lions and 2 eagles. Our Greno DX and Kaiser DX themselves are pretty much a mess of a design. They are just parts. Well, I do like some of their design. I like Greno's head. It's a pretty neat headpiece. I'm being honest, it's pretty nice. Peekaboo! Again though, these are way more function over form. They're more designed for their gimmick than they are for aesthetics. Once you notice the giant lion feet on the back of their feet, it's kind of hard to notice that they even have their own feet. Greno's is like little boots, and Kaiser has like little claws. They do have feet, it's just hard to notice sometimes. These 2 are tall Bottlemen, which we haven't got since Aquasports DX. Oh, that was a long time ago. I think, anyways. So it's cool to see that again, at least. Royal Gryphon is a mess too. The colours and the design are really weird and asymmetrical. Because, you know, the way that the grip on Argreno and the way that the grip connects on Kaiser are moulded differently, so when you look at each of the open side arms, you notice that they're different and it's a bit weird and asymmetrical, and also the colours are, like the stickers are weird as well. Like they're the same design, but the colours are swapped, but also the way that the stripes go are different directions for each. I don't fucking get it. I don't get this Bottleman's design. Like, what the fuck happened here? This dude has a fucking neck. It's pretty weird and kind of off-putting how the head just floats there. I know it's not floating because it has a connector, but it just looks like it's just there. It floats. If you get what I mean? But hey, it's cool that he's an animalistic Bottleman like CC Leon DX. Overall, yeah, a bit of a mess of a design, kind of a lot of a mess of a design, and same goes for the Star Beast form. Fun fact, this is the only Star Beast form with a core, although it's not really functional. Royal Gryphon's center core isn't a bottle like Argreno DX and Kaiser DX's cores are, so it doesn't really need to be removed. The DX system's whole idea is that the constellation fuses with a bottle and it becomes the Bottleman. Since Royal Gryphon itself doesn't really have a core, it doesn't have a bottle. So yeah, that's why we have a core on its Star Beast form. This is Gemini, by the way, and to be honest, it's actually a creative idea. And it homages back to Beat 'em On, believe it or not. Clever workaround, Takara. Gemini is just 2 human twins, and we can't have human Bottlemen. Yeah, I have nothing. Takara just does what it wants at this rate. So, Lion, Eagle, Gryphon? Sure. Like I said earlier, it's a homage to Beat'em as well, because there was a Gryphon line of Beat'em back in Super. So, yeah. Don't know if that was intentional. Probably was, given all of the Beat'em references in the series. We could have had 2 Star Beast forms that would represent the twins, but if it has to be one, a Gryphon works well given its 2 animal thing. This is a pretty big stretch of a design to be a Gryphon, but hey, we know the Star Beast forms can be a bit of a stretch most of the time. Like Pep's DX's Star Beast form. That's just a pile of parts. That's Libra, by the way. Oh yeah, I should review the accessories. It comes with 6 bottle cap ammo, which is great for a figure like this. 3 would have been plenty, 1 for each core on Gryphon, but they added extras to fill out the magazine. Nice on, Takara. The long magazine is great. The extra 4 caps is always welcome. The long barrel does improve accuracy, so it's nice for those who are control type lovers. Everything in the set is great. 8 out of 10. While aesthetically it is a mess, as a concept, it's masterful. Like I mentioned before, having both horizontal and vertical cores on one figure is the perfect way they could have done a Bottleman like this. Our Gryphon DX and Kaiser DX would have 4s out of 10s themselves, but they are designed to become the 8 out of 10 Royal Gryphon DX. It's not a 10 out of 10 because while yes, I love the gimmick, practically it's hard to use. The reloading is going to take a lot longer than usual. But hey, how could you fix that? Oh yeah! Beat'em fixed that! Triple Galusion, or Triple Galusian, depending on the dub, another triple shooter, what Royal Gryphon is based on, can use 3 magazines and 3 barrels at once. Again, another Bottleman fucked by DX's limitations. Its biggest weakness is its reload times, unless you use that alternate method of play I suggested earlier, and the risk of the head connector snapping off if you use Takara's official method of handling the figure, and oddly enough, it's legality. This is an absolutely great Bottleman, but if it isn't usable in play, then what's the point? If your local tournament or your friend group bans dual wielding or Royal Gryphon outright, you're only stuck with our Gryphon DX or Kaiser DX. Only one of them. And at that point, you might as well just use a different Bottleman. Kaiser DX has nothing on CC Leon DX, the superior Lion Bottleman. So that's why I docked it off 2 points. But it does come with a long magazine and a lot of bottle caps. It might become a 10 out of 10 if I count the whole set and not just the Bottleman. Men's. Then, come on Gryphon, show me your long, black magazine. We have fun on this channel, don't we? I don't take points off for aesthetics, because if you enjoy it or not is subjective most of the time, Energy DX. But you've got to admit, it's a bit of a mess. A fun mess though. Like me. Call me. What do you think about the Royal Gryphon DX set? Let me know in the comments below, because that's what we do on this channel. Give me fucking engagement. Give me engagement. And that is Colamaru Energy DX and the Royal Gryphon DX set. I love both of them. We're in a polyamorous relationship. But in all seriousness, while both don't meet my wildest expectations, Colamaru Energy DX, especially with its colours, I have no complaints about these Bottlemen themselves. It's always outside factors that ruin these figures' chances of getting 10 out of 10s. I guess the Royal Gryphon set as a whole is a 10 out of 10, but again, the figure itself could have been amazing if we could just add more magazines to Royal Gryphon. It would have been great, but no, Takara's insistent on fucking the DX system. Going back to the script, if Colamaru Energy DX and Royal Gryphon could just add magazines, oh my fucking god, they would actually be unstoppable. Easily both 11s out of 10s. Better than CC Leon DX, my only 10 out of 10 so far, based on the figures. Again, the entire Gryphon set might be a 10 out of 10, might be a 9. I don't do reviews, despite the fact that I do reviews. I love these 2, 4, however you want to count them. Colamaru Energy DX, Kaiser DX, Gryphon DX, Royal Gryphon DX. Yeah, there's like 4 of them. I hate that magazines can only be put onto speed calls. Take a shot every time I complain about DX's limitations. You will be dead. Well, maybe not. Very tipsy at the least, maybe? I don't know. Do you get what I mean? I don't really drink, so I don't really know. I complain about it a lot, I know, but it really is like the biggest thing that holds everything back. I'm gonna mention it until the next Bottleman series or the next Beat'em series has full customization again. So in conclusion, I like them both, practical or not. I go on about reload times and performance and whatnot, but if a Bottleman just feels right? If a Bottleman just appeals to you, if it's charming, if it's something that you've been really looking forward to, like me with Colamaru Energy DX, if it's something that's wild, like Royal Gryphon DX, if it's just something that feels personal to you, like maybe you're a Scorpio and you really identify with Doc PPon DX because he is also a Scorpio, then it's a 10 out of 10 for you. I only do deep dives into this shit because that's what you do in reviews. Quite frankly, despite the fact that the colours aren't exactly what I want for Colamaru Energy DX, I'm still satisfied. I'm really happy with him. He's literally what I expected. In fact, I did actually expect it to be red, but when I found out that it was Colamaru Energy DX and not, say, like, Colamaru 2 or New Colamaru, I was expecting it to have the black, the red, and the silver, and, you know, just Colamaru Energy colours. And Royal Gryphon, yeah, it's impractical, but it's fucking fun. My point is, despite how serious I get about all these, I still like them all, and you can like them all too. Don't let my stupid opinions stop you. And thank you for watching this review on these Bottlemen. If you liked this, then like the video, like, comment and subscribe, and hit that bell to support my efforts in this damned existence we call life. Share this video with people you think may be interested in some weird VTuber girl ranting about bottle cap shooters for insert time here, minutes. If you want to keep up to date with me, see what projects I'm working on, or just see me chat shit, then follow me on my Twitter at J5TheHyperforce. If you have any fun else to send me, like VTuber Jody, or my Bottleman custom Rice Speeder, my mascot Sakura Yui, or anything relating to me really, there's a lot of content relating to me, send them over to me on my Twitter at J5TheHyperforce and I'll feature them in the next video I am editing at the time. Also, remember to check out my visual novel with a simple to play yet vast in its customization battle system, Armatalum Showdown! If you like Beat'em and /or Bottleman, which I assume you do since you've watched all of this video, unless you just like me, call me, then you'll love Armatalum. Links in the description. There's also a free demo for the game, so if you end up not liking it, then no harm's done in playing it. There's also extra video game content on my itch.io, like Dream Shot, a game with a top-down twin-stick shooter combat system where you fight off nightmares and save a host from their escape zone. Makes more sense in the game. Links in the description. If you're a speedrunner and you want a challenge, maybe go and try and beat my speedrun time on Dream Shot. Could be a fun challenge. With all that said and done, thank you for watching this video. This has been J5 the Hyperforce. I'll see you whenever next. Goodbye!